Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. A lot of people still laughing at Rolly Romero. Hey, comes with the territory. You dish it out, you got to be able to take it, right? He's a big boy. Put on your big boy shorts. Don't hide from the cameras. Don't hide from the public. Going out there, same way you dish it out, it's going to be coming at you. It's going to probably be some hollow points. Just make sure you're able to defend against that shit because it's going to hurt when it hits you. But the bottom line is, Rolly Romero, he's not quitting the sport of boxing. He actually came and put a statement out to just address everyone. He says, I want to congratulate Pitbull on a great fight and achieving his dream of becoming a world champion. Every time I step between the ropes, I know I risk my life and my health, and that in a sport of winners and losers, there can only be one of two outcomes when the battle is over. I came into this fight prepared to show the world my heart, my skills, and I felt like I displayed that on Saturday night. I think he did, because he never got knocked down. I never once got knocked down. Boom, there you go, he just stated it. Let alone knocked out. True. And the ref had to save me from myself because I'm fearless and got cold balls of steel and wanted to keep on fighting and putting on the show until the end. Now, some people are saying right here that Rolly Romero should have been given an opportunity to finish the fight because they felt that Rolly Romero was just now starting to come on strong. It was just about to put it on Pitbull Cruz. Now, for those people who are saying that, I understand your optimism, and I want to say I respect what you're saying. But at the same time, in the most respectful way, I have to say this, that I kindly request that you hold your horses and not take it to the stupid. Rolly Romero, man, the referee saved him from getting struck by lightning, okay? He was caught up in the storm. You know what I'm saying? He was caught up in the storm. It was hail. First, the rain hit him. He was getting soaked, getting wet. Then the hail came down. Next thing was for the lightning strike, right? He had enough hail damage. You know what I'm saying? No need for him to sit there and get struck by lightning because it was coming. And I think what they did for him is they stopped the fight in just enough time before his career was ruined. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, the first fight. Mark Breland stopped the fight. I still think it went 2-3 rounds too long. But he did the right thing and stopped that fight. And that second fight with Tyson Fury, fight went a little too long in my opinion. Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, fight went a little too long in my opinion. But Rolly Romero, I think the fight was stopped just at the right time because although he didn't get knocked down, in every round, he would get hit with a little bit of hail. You know what I mean? He was more like, ouch. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't okay with it. Like, he wasn't getting, it wasn't like pea-sized balls of hell hitting him. It was like fucking grapefruit-sized balls of hell hitting his ass. And like, that doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? So, with the lightning would have come after getting hit by grapefruit-sized pellets of goddamn hell. Rolly may have goddamn died in that ring. But anyway, he goes on to say, I never got knocked down, let alone knocked out, and the ref had to save me from myself because I'm fearless. Wanted to keep on fighting and putting the show to the end. When you lose a fight, usually the support starts to dry up and people stop calling to check in with you. But after Saturday night, I've received so much love and support from so many different places. It's made a huge difference in being able to cope with and accept this defeat. Thank you to Amazon Prime, PBC, my team, and all of my sponsors, and you, the fans, for putting all your support behind me. I promise I'll be back better and stronger than ever to further prove to myself and naysayers that I belong at the top level of the sport with the best of them. Hey, who are we to say Rolly doesn't belong at the top level of the sport? What I'll say is Rolly Romero took on a difficult fight. And there's only one direction Rolly Romero could have gone. There were no easy fights for him. To make the kind of money he was trying to make, there's no easy fights. Would he have made more at Ryan Garcia? Probably. Would Ryan Garcia have knocked him out? Probably. Rolly Romero has some bad habits, and I attribute his bad habits to him being a guy who was a former martial artist, taekwondo master. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard when you've drilled those basic fundamentals and principles and habits into you to break that when you transition from different disciplines. You know what I'm saying? Taekwondo to boxing. And that's why I think Rolly's chin is always in the air, because in Taekwondo, your chin is up, you're bouncing around, and in boxing you got to tuck it. And that's why I think when the real deal starts in the ring, he reverts back to what he knows, and that's Taekwondo. And that's why he keeps that stiff arm out. And he does a lot of weird shit, but nonetheless, Rolly's not going anywhere. He's alive, and he's going to continue fighting. As far as who Rolly's going to fight at 135 to prove he belongs at the top of the sport, well, I tell you what. Let's stop and let's see what Rolly can really do, because that 140-pound division is stacked. So let me make this a little bit smaller, right? When you come here and you look, Teofimo, Haney, Taylor's not there anymore, but Matias, Ramirez, Prograis. I think Rolly should fight Prograis. I think he'll beat Prograis. Hitchens, Catterall, Barbosa, Russell, Martin. Prograis doesn't want to fight Rolly. He can say what he wants. I bet you Rolly will beat Prograis. Rolly already beat the shit out of Hitchens in sparring, but Hitchens can fight. And that's just sparring. Sparring doesn't count. But when you just look at some of these names here, I'm not sure what direction Rolly can go. But I'll tell you what, Pitbull Cruz is a monster. And Pitbull Cruz, that win against Rolly, it kind of reminds me of when Sean Porter fought Paulie. Paulie was kind of like, hey, don't make me look bad. You know what I mean? You came, you beat me down, but don't go out here and lose your next fight. It makes me look horrible. Go out here and be great. And that's what Sean Porter did. So Paulie losing to Sean Porter, it's not really a bad thing, because he was elite. Rolly losing to Pitbull Cruz, that's not really a bad thing, because I think Pitbull Cruz is going to prove to be an elite fighter. So it is what it is. And he didn't knock Rolly out. So, hey, give Rolly some credit. But he has a lot to work on. And for someone who, look at what he's accomplished and how long he's been fighting and really no amateur experience. Look at what this man's been able to do. Rolly's a freak of nature. We can laugh at him and say he's quirky, but this man went from not being able to talk, to being in special ed classes, to just doing taekwondo and fumbling across boxing because his dad was a boxer, and happened to become a 2-time champion, 2 different weight divisions. I mean, he still got his ass whipped, but I mean, goddamn, you got to put some respect on his name. That being said, Rolly lives, and I'm in the breeze.